Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Shadow Man back another video. And today we're gonna be reacting to the insane falling of the Shield Hero by my boy Lunar Equinox. You know what I'm saying? This is like an old ass video, I think. I ain't gonna lie, but reactions need to be done. I don't know the videos. I just do what I see in my recommended. But yeah, man. Before we get to the video, like, subscribe, turn on post notification real quick. Take like a couple seconds, you know what I mean? And let's get to the video, bro.
Rising of the Shield Hero.
Hold up.
Had it all, an interesting premise, popularity, legally binding friendships. So what led to it going from an anime as popular as Overlord to an anime less popular than Konosuba, Soviet? And how on God's square earth did we end up here?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. The show was good, season 1. And then, like, the further it got, it just, like, shit wasn't hitting the same, you know what I'm saying? Niggas start spamming, like, Raid Shield and shit, get brought back by the power of friendship. The animation took a dive down. And even with those things, even without those things being, like, the case, the main thing that made season 1 good was it was interesting to see, like, this nigga was, like, at the bottom, and like, you know what I'm saying, you want to see him, like, get revenge on bitch and all the other people. And now, after season 1, all that shit that made it interesting was really done, besides, like, fighting off the invasion or whatever. But literally, the main points of the story that were making it interesting to watch and whatnot was literally finished in the first season. That's why, after that, the shit got ass.
To answer this question that nobody has asked since 2022, we're gonna have to rewatch the anime together.
Come on.
Our main character Naofumi is isekai to another world alongside 3 heroes, the bow hero, sword hero, and the pedophile. They're brought to the king, who asks them to save this world from the waves of calamity, which are periodic events that teleport the 4 heroes to fight waves.
Oh, I see why he's calling him a pedophile. I forgot he's into what's the name, Philo? Bro, I forgot he's into Philo, bro. Damn. It's been a minute.
Of enemies where they must defeat
I forgot that
for the wave to end. And while you may be thinking this is just Bloons tower defense, it's very different. The enemies actually move in Bloons. Now, there are 3 problems that Naofumi faces. 1, his fellow heroes are, "Hi guys, I'm Naofumi. I work alone." Okay. If her age is on the clock. Don't say that. And his translators broken. Stupid. They're stupid. And although they may be stronger than him, he's also unable to party with them because of plot. 2, he can't use other weapons and has no offensive abilities outside of really big punch, meaning he relies on a party. 3,
what the shit you say?
Outside of really big punch, meaning
he
relies on
his sword, his emergency food.
Party.
That's crazy.
Curse shield user. Round objects scare me. Certain high-ranking people are slightly racist when it comes to those who main Winton. Because of this, nobody picks Naofumi as their starter, but he's an optimistic man. He'll be fine. Please join me. Please, 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 please. Out of respect for Naofumi tossing away any self-respect, dignity, and pride that he had, Princess Malty joins his party.
Worst decision ever, bro.
It sure.
This is when I realized. Nah, it wasn't this moment. Hold
will, buddy. Naofumi got me too'd by Malty.
This is the moment I got really into this fucking story. Now I want to see this nigga get revenge. Real shit. That was the main reason I was watching the show. I didn't give no fuck about the invasion or whatever else they got going on. I really wanted to see what was gonna happen with her. Real shit. Now, that's what made the story good. I won't lie. But yeah, I don't get the Despicable Me reference though, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't seen Despicable Me 2.
How could he? It ain't
when
right.
a boy becomes a man.
They can't simply kill him since they need all 4 heroes to save the world, and to get new heroes would require them to.
But them other niggas are trash,
bro. The only option is to subjugate him to a lifetime of verbal abuse. After this betrayal, Naofumi becomes Batman.
But what is a Batman without his Robin? So he heads over to the local involuntary orphanage.
This one is cheap because she's basically dead.
I see, so adjacent Todd.
She also comes with electroshock therapy for any unwanted affection.
Oh, so more of a Tim Drake.
I also must warn you that she has severe PTSD from her dead parents.
Dick Grayson.
Oh, perfect. A Dick Grayson.
He purchases the demi-human Raftalia, but don't worry guys, Naofumi isn't like the other people. See, they even included a scene showing how bad other people treat their slaves. She even has McDonald's. Those other slaves don't have McDonald's.
奴隷は人じゃないんだろ。
Well, shit.
Why this was good, not morally.
These first 2 episodes set up 5 things that the viewer is interested in. 1, you wanted to watch him redo of the Shield Hero so that Naofumi can get revenge on Malty and the King.
Yes.
2, you wanted to see him rise up and clear his name.
Facts.
3, you wanted to see more of this unique team dynamic since he can only protect, and assault
Yeah.
sexually, allegedly. 4, you wanted to see Naofumi fight off the waves. And 5, you wanted Raftalia to get Stockholm Syndrome.
What is Stockholm Syndrome, bro? I have to look this shit up. Oh dear God. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's something. I shouldn't have looked it up, huh?
This is when the show was at its best. They fought off the first wave, saved some people. Raftalia even became the legal age of level 18. A problem that was immediately fixed. You may
He
have thought
talking
that
about
Tony
when
the
she
slave trader was bad
reversed her
before,
age.
but only now do you realize how scummy.
Bro, now that he says that, I actually like. It's crazy to think about. Now for me, really only like be around like hella little girls, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of crazy. Now, I'm not saying he a PDF file, you know what I'm saying, but yeah, that's kind of crazy.
He truly is. He runs. Gotcha loot boxes. Oh god. On the bright side, Naofumi got Philo, the chicken lolly slave. But your honor, they flock to me. While traveling, Naofumi unlocks the Rage Shield. A shield that gives great strength, but
I can't let the vengeance consume me.
the power of friendship brings him back so that he can use it, which definitely won't be a reoccurring thing. Eventually, the third wave
They on their
hits,
fairy
yet
tale
things
shit.
are different this time. The Nitwit 3 fucking suck. This
Yeah, they're
forces
complete dog
Naofumi
shit.
to use his Rage Shield. The power of friendship brings him back. Suddenly, a strange woman appears who's obviously evil because she's over the age of 10. No attacks work on her. What
Yo,
can they even? They run away.
that's so crazy.
After this, the Crown Princess Melty meets with Naofumi in hopes that he'll become best friends.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. This was a terrible plan, by the way. Like, why would you wait until she's in front of the shield hero to try and kill her? That doesn't even make sense. His only thing is literally to protect at this point in the goddamn story, bro.
With the king.
Besides the
But suddenly-
rage shield. What in the OJ
Here was
Simpson?
Malty's big plan. Frame the shield hero to make it appear that he killed the princess so that she can be next in line for the throne. This means she had 2 real options. Option A, kill Melty before running into the shield hero, throw her at his feet, get Peter Parker to snap the photo, then use the magic Photoshop ball like she was gonna use anyways. Option B, wait for her to be standing next to the shield hero before having someone run at her with a sword.
Like,
from
terrible
a mile
idea,
away
bro.
in the direction he's looking. She went with option B.
Like,
This
they didn't
led
even
them
do
to
it when
see
she was in
what
front
was
of the
Malty's
forces.
big backup plan? A gender reveal party. But your honor, they flock to me. Now, who else would enter this story other than the Pope, of course?
神は慈悲深い
I hated this guy, bro.
Wow, what a nice guy. Here's the deal. He wants these 3 heroes dead in order to summon new heroes since they are mere Magikarps of men, which is honestly a good point. And he wants Naofumi dead because
But I don't like how like what happens in this part. Like they get trapped and shit, and then these niggas start talking about feelings and shit. I ain't like that.
he's racist, which is slightly less of a good point.
領域展開
This is where
Sunday school's the Is it Sunday school when like you get bad grades, or is that summer school? I think that's summer school. I think Sunday school is like church, right?
where we once again run into a stupidity problem. You see, the Pope has two weaknesses. Altar Boys and his attacks take a long time to charge, which means logically you should attack him instead of standing in the giant fucko zone. They don't do that. I think now's a good time to talk about our feelings. But I'm a creep. And I really think I deserve an apology. He's running.
That's literally what they did. That shit pissed me off, bro.
With the help of the Queen working together in the Rage Shield, which is stopped by the power of friendship, they murder the Pope. Hashtag the Pope was right about the heroes, not the racism. Now, this is probably a good time to mention that the world is a matriarchy, meaning that the Queen holds more power than the King. This is great news for Naofumi because, as you know, women aren't racist. The Queen even holds a public execution for Malty and the King to clear Naofumi's name, but he had other plans in mind. Naofumi sentences them to a lifetime of verbal abuse. In the last
Why
part
he
of the
showing my
season,
goat
the only
Kazuma?
important information was that these three are from another world and want to kill the 4 heroes to destroy this world so that theirs can survive. And Naofumi got a pokey daycare. Within the first season, we've solved 4 of the original 5 things that the viewer was interested in. His name has been cleared up, and he's viewed as a hero again, unless you watch Fox News. He got his revenge, although not as much as some would have liked. He can now attack with his—
Did y'all want him to actually have sex with her? Like on some redo of Healer type shit? And then also he's literally the strongest hero now, so there's really no reason for it to, you know what I'm saying?
Shield, so although the original dynamic is still there, their main goal is to be Black Widow in fights. Stop now for me, this isn't you. Look at me, look at me. Oh, and Raphtalia has Stockholm Syndrome now. The only interesting thing for him left to do is to fight off the waves, learn to work with the other heroes, and to stop the multiverse, which is not as interesting. I could just play Call of Duty with 3 other middle-aged white men and get the same effect. This means next season they need to do something that will hook
Season
the viewer
2.
back in. So there's this turtle,
Yeah,
right?
this
One
was
of the guardian
horrible
beasts.
idea,
They
by the
stop
way.
the waves normally, but this one is being forced to do the rumbling, so
The
the
CGI ass turtle,
Oh,
bro.
my dog can't do not a pigeon because I'm out of town. So Naofumi must find a way to stop the turtle with the help of his new young teammate, Greenie. But your honor, they flock to me. Greenie's story is that
Yeah,
she was a
like-
poor noble, but she was happy. But then
Until
she
she
wasn't.
wasn't.
But then the bow hero saved her and let her join his team, and she was happy. But then she
Until she
wasn't.
wasn't.
This led her to join the Naofumi Adoption Agency in hopes of proving herself. The only problem is she's very shy.
Yep, the answer is Stockholm Syndrome.
What do you look so proud about? Oh, right. The solution to all your problems have been—
Shock
This is
therapy.
when they start shoving information down your throat. This is the turtles familiar. Grandma Tsunade is here. So are these guys. Come on, you remember these guys.
Oh my god, no, I forgot. They was adding a lot of random ass people in the show, bro. Bro, they added a hell of random people. I think the pacing got so bad at one point too. Like I think if I remember this correctly, they went through like a whole Raphtalia like as a kid, like when like she was a kid again. Like they went through like a whole like story thing with her, and they did it in like 1 episode or 2 episodes, and it was supposed to be like they were trying to like cram in like hella light novel chapters into 1 like episode or something. It was like really bad pacing and it was weird.
This guy, don't worry about it. He's dead now. They're here too and best friends now. And I have no clue who this pink-haired woman is, but she'll be a reoccurring character. The
Who is
person
that?
responsible for unsealing the turtle was XX_wife took the kids_XX, a vassal hero from the other world who is here to take some
Yo, he remind me of the dude from Kogias. What's his name? I forgot his name, but it's the scientist dude.
turtle juice to do some evil things because he's just a really bad guy. To stop him, Naofumi uses the Rage Shield. The power friendship brings him back. They kill the turtle, killing the turtle spirit woman too because she was the turtle all along.
Yeah, that's something.
It may have sounded like I skipped over a lot this arc. That's because I wanted to give an accurate description of how it felt watching it. The pacing was a hate crime. Here's a new character. Oh, she's dead now. Doesn't that
Yep.
just make you feel sad?
That's
Surely
what
you
it
fell in
is.
love with this character and her 9 lines of dialogue. The fights were zoomed in, the Cabbage Patch Kid, CGI turtle. This is when the declining of the shield hero began.
Why throwing it back?
Following XX_wife took the kids _XX, they jump into a magic portal where Naofumi and slaves find themselves separated from Philo,
And
trapped on a
Raphtally's a
mysterious
kid again.
island with their levels reset.
And so was Philo,
Eventually,
I
they
think.
run into another vassal hero.
She was like an
Kizuna.
egg or
She
something.
tells them that this is an inescapable labyrinth where she's been trapped for many years with no way to. They escape the same episode.
Yep,
Like
that's
Philo.
what I'm talking about. How the fuck do you skip the same episode, bro?
Raphtalia has been abducted in this strange new world. Despite replacing her with the newer model, the gravity of the situation begins to weigh down on Naofumi. Oh, look, it's Philo. Oh, look, it's Raphtalia, who escaped with the other three
Was
vassal
Philo
heroes.
not
They're
an
best
egg?
friends now. It's been 2 episodes. Sorry, I was just editing and getting a clip. I want you to pay close attention to their eye movements.
The kiddo and I are on the same team again. Glad you made it.
Why is he talking
Yeah, and I'm
like
surprised
that?
I did after you ran away. And
Why is everyone's eyes just straight besides Naofumi's, bro?
Look at this. Why does he look like that? Who's drawing these? This is when we finally see the villain's master plan that we waited for 10 episodes. He can now speed up the next wave by 36 hours. Naofumi does the Rage Shield. He's brought back by the power of friendship. Kyo dies and everyone goes home. This was the season where everything became cliche. Let me explain why the power of friendship worked in season 1. Naofumi lost everything. He had no one he could trust, and when Raphtalia was
Facts.
given the option to leave him, he thought she would betray him too, but she didn't. For once, he had someone that he could trust.
Stockholm
Now
syndrome.
he mass produces Raphtalias. In fact, they flock to him. The children yearn for the unpaid labor. Not to mention this garbage villain. I mean, his whole backstory is he was reincarnated when he killed himself after accidentally giving someone his Epic Games password. But he did have the Omega Lights, so understandable. Much like the first part of the season, it was way too rushed. To put into perspective, everything I'm about to say happened in a single episode. Raphtalia is abducted and taken to prison.
Okay, yeah,
4
this.
minutes later, she breaks out with these 3. She has an entire training arc, stumbles across a vassal weapon.
And she pulls it out because it chooses her. Pause.
The weapon chooses her, now she's a full-grown adult, now she's naked, she kills some people and reunites with Naofumi. The reason for shoving
One
so
episode.
much information into each episode is because they tried to cram light novels 6 through 9 into 12
telling you,
episodes,
bro, like,
which didn't
why?
work. The one saving grace was that the Nitwit 3 didn't show up unless they were getting tortured, but I still have to talk about Episode 13 in my eyes was just an OVA. You had fan service for this guy.
俺は18だけど
Filler about Kizuna being trapped on the island alone making sea castaway jokes, and they had these Family Guy-ass cutaways.
Hey, remember that time Turtle Woman taught Raphtalia about sex?
ゴニョゴニョゴニョ
Still the best episode of the season, but maybe next time get rid of it to put more time into the actual story.
Bro, season 3 actually started off pretty good with the tournament shit when he had to make money. I think that's what it was. And then after like 2 or like 4 episodes, that shit went downhill again pretty badly. Like the fight scenes were actually pretty good. And then it went completely to shit. I'm not gonna lie. It got so bad.
Where did this animation come from? Everything felt right. The blacksmith was blacksmithing, the 3 heroes were missing, we even went back to slavery plot lines. My thoughts exactly, Philo. Naofumi wants to free some more Digimon, but he needs money to do so, which is why he joins the Fight Club. The story is great. It's not focused on the fate of the world, the characters are interesting and this time very of age.
When I seen this, I low-key kind of got scared. I didn't think this was gonna happen.
I mean, it is called a blowhole for a reason. Maybe I would have enjoyed this arc more if it was longer than 3 episodes. Remember the Nitwit 3? Well, now they're really sad.
Oh my god, I forgot. Bro, the fucking the sword hero, I think that's him. The dark-haired hero, bro. Who's blue, who wear blue and black. Bro, this nigga listened to bitch about some shit. And started like a whole problem or something. Why are you listening to a woman whose name is bitch, and she's been proven to lie on a continental scale. What are you doing, bro? You can't be that depressed.
Leaving it up to Naofumi to save them. But instead of listening to
Like
their
this
fellow
nigga, bro.
hero, they listen to Malty. How do you let this obviously evil woman gaslight you after season 1?
Like, are you deaf?
She's evil living behind you! He got played, so he put on the mask, because it's his curse to bear now. Thank goodness random pink-haired woman was there to save the day. Still have no idea
Who is that?
she is. Oh, and remember that animation we had earlier? This is what we have now.
Yep, everything went downhill after them episodes, bro. I'm telling you.
The original appeal of the show was that the shield hero had to rise. That's what hooked most of us. He was just an outcast that had to save the world that he hated. It was when he was hated that we got the most world building, character
Facts.
development, and sure, we got some weird Batman quotes.
でもここで殺せば私はあなたみたいな卑怯者と同じになってしまいま
That's
す
not how killing works.
But as soon as season 1 ended, that all went away. There was terrible pacing, no character development, CGI Charizard, and these enemies aren't moving.
Was that a goddamn
Terrible
Digimon?
pacing, no character development, CGI
Do that look like a Pokemon or a Digimon, bro? Which one?
Charizard, and these enemies
It looked
aren't
bad either way.
moving. This is why many fans like myself quit watching around this time. The power system was pretty bad too. Every fight boiled down to who had the higher level, what skills they had, how many teammates, and which one had a rage shield. The leveling system wasn't as rewarding as it was in the beginning, which makes sense considering they were level 7.
Bro, didn't these niggas like go from like level 1 to like 80 or something in one episode?
78 by the end of season 1. It is weird because if Raftalia's age corresponds to her level, well, here's a rough sketch I made of her at level 78. Even
Yeah.
resetting their levels had virtually no effect because they made it to level 80 in 6 episodes.
That's what I'm saying,
the story
bro.
constantly found
Well,
ways
6
to
episodes,
nerf
but,
their
like, you get the
characters.
gist.
Just look what they did to Raftalia. Oh, and I
What?
constantly found ways to nerf their characters. Just look what they
Her skirt is shorter.
did to
Her boobs are bigger.
Raftalia.
Bro, anime be doing that though, like a lot recently. I ain't gonna lie. Especially like I think like China or Asia. I don't know. This one is something like that.
Oh, and I guess that time they nerfed her with AIDS or something. I do feel bad for the team that had to condense so much information into 12 episodes, since the main way to fix every problem I had
Like,
with
they
the
be, like,
show was
censoring a lot of
giving it
shit.
25 episodes like the first season. But this is just the problem every light novel adaptation faces. It's impossible to include every detail, otherwise we would get important information like, look, you're all clean now. Yay! I pour a bucket of hot water on her to wash away the bubbles, and Philo shakes her entire body like a dog to dry herself.
Yo, bro.
Is he the shield hero because he's the weakest? Or is he the weakest because he's the shield hero? Naofumi is such a well-written character, it honestly pisses me off. Like when
Facts,
he turned
bro.
away my good friend Mechanical Murder Bot from his town, I was in disbelief, shaking and crying. She obviously
I was surprised
wasn't
about that
evil, she was
too.
like 15. But your honor, they flock to me. But you have to respect the author for writing him like someone who is scarred and doesn't let things go, like airport security. And I owe you an apology, I wasn't really familiar with your game.
おはようございますナオフミ様
これで何度目だ
ナオフミ様と寝屋を共にする
Third time.
But your honor, they flock to me. Malty was one of the best characters in the series. You can tell by how upset people got with her. If she didn't exist, this show wouldn't be nearly as popular as
That's
it was,
facts.
because people love to hate things.
You need someone to
I mean,
hate.
look at K-pop fans when they see anything that breathes. But the people that really killed my enjoyment of the series were the Nitwit 3. These idiots somehow relapse more than my alcoholic father. Sure, it's part of their character, but it's not fun to watch a recycled plotline when A, you don't care about the characters, and B, you don't care about the characters. They all just need to stop thinking like Sanji. A man forgives a woman's lies. Rin specifically is my least favorite.
Does
which
that
is
actually
crazy
is the
to
word in the
say,
manga?
considering one would be best friends with Dream, but he does have a good book going for him. Meanwhile, Rin shares similarities and the voice actor of Kirito, which is just disrespectful
disrespectful,
to my
bro.
glorious king. What made it worse is that
That's
the
so
author just
disrespectful,
keeps
bro.
dropping new main characters every episode to the point characters you actually enjoy like Raftalia and Raftalia get pushed to the side. Don't even get me started on Giraffe Child. What does he want? What's his goals? He's planning something. Overall, Overall, I'll never forget what an impact the Shield hero had on my life. Thank you, Maple.
Is that Bofuri? Wait, what? She took a pounding, but she liked it. What? I took a pounding, but I liked it. What? Is she a masochist?
0 out of 10, but did you know that in terms of male human and female demi-human breeding, Raftalia is the most compatible demi-human?
What the fuck?
Hello, Ultra Ludo here. Click here to check out my second channel. Click here to check out the recommended video. And click here to check out the most recent video. And use code LUDER for 10% off at Gamer Subs checkout.
I will use that for gamer subs. But anyway, man, that is the end of the video, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Comment down below. Comment down below your favorite isekai anime. And do you fuck with like Rise of a Shield Hero, bro? Like, did you drop it type shit? Like, did you drop it, or do you still have hope for this show? You know what I'm saying? Season 4 has not been announced. I don't think there will be a season 4. I really don't know. If there is, I pray to God they have something with an interesting plot to bring it back up. Yeah, man. My favorite isekai, it's a tie between Mushoku Tensei and Re:Zero. Be real with you. After those two, it's definitely Tensura, aka reincarnated as a slime. Those are fire as fuck. Can't cap. But yeah, man, like, share, comment those things down below. Subscribe, turn on post notifications. Links to my socials might be in the description box down below. Who knows? And with that being said, man, shout out. Peace.